The hell? I don't recognize this number. New phone, who dis? Alright. I think you know who dis is. Besides, that's improper grammar, you uncultured swine. That's just mean. Never mind all of that. I just wanted to let you know I'm coming for you. I'll give you a 10-second head start. Oh crap. You've got to be kidding me! Hey everyone, and another happy lazy Sunday to you, my lovely weekend warriors. I hope the weekend has been good to y'all, and if not, sit back, relax, and let me entertain you for a moment. So this weekend, I decided to finally grow some cojones and to do a review for a horror/thriller movie. I have covered a horror movie before. I did do a review for Happy Death Day to You, but as everyone and their mom knows, is that Happy Death Day is the Bud Light of horror movies. You know, low on calories and alcohol, less of the good stuff. But like I said in that review, I don't necessarily hate horror movies, I just don't like to watch them in theaters. I mean, it's louder and there's absolutely no control over it. You can't pause it when it starts to get really intense, and I often avoid these movies.
I'm tired.
No.
I'm just gonna go ahead and take off. How about that?
Or else I'll end up like this. Yeah. So why don't we just go ahead and get into this one? Ready or Not, starring Samara Weaving, Adam Brody, Andie MacDowell, Mark O'Brien, Henry Czerny, Melanie Scorfano, Elyse Levesque, Kristian Bruun, and Nicky Guadangi. Ready or Not is about Weaving's character, Grace, who just got married with her fiancé, Alex, who is played by O'Brien. However, before these two can set off into the sunset and enjoy their happily ever after, Alex's family has a very sacred tradition, where anytime there is a new addition to the family, they would get together and play a game. Using a very mysterious box that was left behind by their great-grandfather, the family then would place a card into the box and the new family member would open the box to see what game they would play. Unfortunately for Grace, she draws the card of hide and seek. So they go ahead and tell Grace to go hide and the rest of the family will go and seek her. And the only way she will win is if she stayed hidden until dawn. So Grace goes and hides in the house, not really knowing the horrors that are about to fall upon her, because this game of hide and seek is a deadly one. So I found this premise to be very interesting, and is the reason why I really wanted to do a review on this movie. A crazy rich family that won't let any new members into their family unless they can play and win a game of chance. It also looks to be a different type of horror suspense movie that has comedy elements, just like Happy Death Day. So was this movie able to balance the horror and the comedy, and did the premise live up to the hype? Well, let's get into the positives, and I found this movie to be thoroughly entertaining. Let's first talk about the two people who really sold me on this movie, and that was Samara Weaving and Adam Brody, who play two of the best characters in the movie. I was first introduced to Samara Weaving through Netflix's original movie, The Babysitter, which was also a horror comedy, and I was instantly sold on how much talent Weaving has. And she doesn't disappoint in this movie, as her charming personality is quite infectious. She's really funny and witty and really sells a lot of the intensity of the situations she's in. It all looks so real, and that's because of the amazing performance she gives in this movie, the heavy breathing she does, and the screams of sheer terror. Adam Brody also does a really good job in this movie, where he plays Alex's older brother Daniel, who definitely looks like a broken individual. I found him to be a very compelling character just because you can tell he's just done with everything. He's done with his family, he's done playing these stupid games, and he knows what must be done, and it has him really torn on the fact that it has to happen this way. I also like the way the movie was handled in terms of giving this different take on what you would expect from a movie like this. When I first saw it, it looked like something that was going to be coming out of The Purge, where the family sees this as a tradition, and it's a normal thing to do, like a normal Tuesday. Oh, honey, I'm gonna go pick up the kids and then take the axes to get sharpened. Do you think you could pick up some dinner for us? Sure thing, sweetie. I'll be sure to pick up some pizza on my way back. Okay, thank you. Love you. Be sure you lay the plastic out. We don't want to get blood on the roads again. But that's not what we get here. Instead, we see that this is not a normal thing that the family does because they themselves find this situation truly f***ed up. They don't know what to do half the time, and it makes it really funny because they mess up a lot of the time.
Got my gun!
Why don't you just use mine?
Mr. Ladomas, I just saw her running.
Oh my god!
And the rest of the cast is also really good, bringing a lot of the humor into these stressful situations, bringing to life what it would really be like if a family was put in this type of situation, and I really liked it. This is also darkly funny in the best way. You would think this isn't something that would work for a film as dark as this one, but it was balanced well because, again, the twist of the family not knowing how to handle what is going on makes it really funny and helps to blend the two genres of comedy and horror together. Okay, let's talk about some of the issues I had with the film, and one of the biggest ones was the character motivation. So this movie has some characters make some choices that were just a little too jarring for me to believe. You know, we built these characters up at the beginning of the movie, they had their reasons for doing what they had to do, but then all of a sudden the movie shifts their motivations at the drop of a dime, and I'm like, wait, you had us sold at the beginning when one of these characters was gung-ho about something, and then you just do a 180, and I'm just like...
I'm sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit.
And the ending is something that you're either really on board with or you're not. For me, I found it just a little bit over the top because I thought I was going to have my expectations subverted, and I really liked it at first, but then it goes full Tarantino, and I don't know, it kind of ruined the ending for me. It was just a little too over the top for me. It could have been handled a little bit better, but I mean, the rest of the movie was still really solid, and it's just the ending was a little bit funky for me. It had me thinking one way, and then it did. So with all of that being said, I'm giving Ready or Not a very high B. It was really funny in the best ways. I loved Samara Weaving in this movie and Adam Brody. They had the best character arcs, and it was just a breath of fresh air to see a different way to handle a premise like this. You know, the family doesn't know what to do about the situation, and then they have a lot of fun and crazy arguments with each other, so I would really recommend this if you wanted to see it. But some of you might find it a bit silly for a horror movie, so if you do not like over-the-top comedies, you might find some issues with this one. But if you really wanted to watch it, go check it out. It is a fun time. Well, that's it for the review, you guys, but let's talk about it. Did you see Ready or Not? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Put your thoughts in the comment section down below, and if you guys like this video, it would really help the channel out if you give this video a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more of my reviews, subscribe to my channel by hitting the little bell icon, and you'll get notifications anytime I release a new review. Thank you guys for joining me again, and I hope you have an amazing rest of the weekend. I'll see you next time.